Why, yes, I am sticking with that topic of saving 10%. Pay yourself first. Because the hardest part about saving any money is getting started. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sober Stacker. I did wake up sober this morning because I went to bed sober last night, guys. Check out the merchandise in the link below. Let's get some sales going here. It's good stuff. And Papa needs a new pair of shoes and some silver. All right, 10%, man. The other day, I was in the bank. And I was just depositing $20. $20. But the lady next to me, she was talking to the teller and she wanted to open a savings account. Now, this was an older lady. And the bank teller told her it was a $250 minimum deposit to open a savings account. Now, I didn't hear what kind of savings account it was. It might have been a high yield. I don't know. I don't know all the details. But I do know that she told her it was a $250 minimum deposit. Well, for some people, you just can't do that. You know, to come up with $250, you think, wow, I'll never be able to do that. I'm living paycheck to paycheck right now. That is exactly where that 10% comes in. Saving 10% of everything you earn. The other day before yesterday, I was only able to save $7. And the next day was $8. So that's $15 in 2 days. All right, not a lot. Not a lot whatsoever, but I'm saving 10% of my tips. Kind of a slow day. One day was only $2. I made $20 in tips that day, but I saved my $2 because the habit, the discipline that it takes to do it is the hardest part of it. Taking that $2 and setting it in a coffee can, which is literally what I'm doing, and putting it up in the closet and forget about it. I don't know how much I have in there. It's not a lot, but once I reach maybe a month or 2 months of saving money, then I'll take that money and do something with it. Not going to buy silver with it because that fund is for emergencies or to go into a savings account. Back to that lady that didn't have the $250 to start a savings account. 10% of everything you earn, even if it's just a couple of bucks, set it aside. You'd be surprised within 6 months how much cash you've set aside, and now you're able to do something with it. You're able to open a savings account, and that way you have an emergency fund easily accessible if you need it, if something comes up. And yes, I know my videos here lately have been harping on this, but I think it's very important, especially if you are new into sobriety and you got a job now and you're learning how to rebuild life. This is exactly how I'm learning. Read, research, and learn. It is amazing how much financial education we lacked when we were in our active addiction. Not everybody, you know, I'm not grouping everybody together, but most of us, a good number of us, we went years in our active addiction and we didn't care anything about money. Money had one purpose, and you know what that purpose was. We didn't care about saving it. We didn't care about what to do with it. As soon as we got it, it was getting spent on whatever our active addiction was. So to learn to save 10%, to be able to take a little bit of what you earn and just set it aside and forget about it for a while is an amazing discipline to learn. And it's a habit that continuously grows. It's not a habit that's going to turn around and bite us in the butt. Like I said, 4 or 6 months down the road, you open that coffee can or that envelope or whatever it is that you've been putting your money into, and you look at it and you go, wow, all right, I got $400 here or whatever, you know, just threw out a number. And then take that money, take it to a bank, open up a savings account, even if it's just 3 to 4%. I think a high yield savings account right now is about 4%. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But I don't have a high yield savings account yet. I just have regular Regular old savings in a can. I do have a bank account. Small purchases, things like that, I'm telling you, they really add up. Small savings, small purchases. I got a perfect example here. This is over a 3-week period. Well, 2.5 weeks. This is 1.3 ounces, $1.85 of constitutional silver, face value, constitutional silver. That's about 1.3 ounces of silver. Is it life-changing? No, absolutely not. But that's money that I put into a hard asset that right now is stuck around that $75 per ounce range, I guess. Kind of losing my train of thought here, guys. Sorry, there's some activity going on over here in my peripheral vision, and it's messing me up. It's just some kids playing. But anyway, so yeah, a lot of us, we feel that, man, I need thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars even to start saving, to start doing anything that's worth doing when it comes to financial security. And it's just not true. $2 here, $7, $8. I'm off today. I go back to work tomorrow. Whatever I make in tips tomorrow night, 10% of that will go into that can. When I get my paycheck every 2 weeks, 10% of whatever that paycheck is, depending on how many hours I work, will go into that can. Can I always do that? No, I can't always take 10% of that paycheck and set it aside. Just depends on what's going on as far as bills go. But I am very disciplined when it comes to taking 10% of those tips. Now, maybe you don't work for tips. A lot of people don't. 10% of your paycheck, 5% of your paycheck, some percentage of your paycheck to go towards savings. And you start building the habit, you start building the discipline, and the next thing you know, you got a nice little sum of money, and then you take that money, take it to the bank, and you open a savings account. Guys, I'm going to harp on this merchandise for a minute. I know my merchandise is a little high, but it is good quality stuff. This is not Temu. I teamed up with a print shop, and she's very good at what she does. She has Coach bags and all that stuff. I didn't even consider putting that in there. I mean, I'm not going to be selling Coach bags with my logo on it right now until I at least sell a coffee cup. But the coffee cups are really good quality. The tumblers are good quality. They have Stanley tumblers. I haven't done the hats yet, but yeah, check the link below if it's something you like. Shoot me an email at sobrietandsilver@gmail.com, and I'll have the PayPal information. It's all made to order, so as soon as you order it, I'll let her know, hey, I need a coffee mug, and she'll make the coffee mug within a day or two. They are etched, not stickers, and I'll get it shipped out to you. With that being said, you guys have a beautiful, wonderful, blessed Sunday. I'll see y'all in the next video.